Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dom Workman, and look, if you've been following me on Twitter, man, you see me at the devs talking to Mike Wing like, yo, bro, y'all gotta bring the floaters back. Y'all gotta bring the runners back. Y'all gotta make the layups better, because the reality is, bro, when it comes to 2K, you're not really an elite finisher, or you're not considered an elite finisher if you couldn't dunk the ball. And when you look at the actual NBA, most of the elite finishers in the league, they're not dunking. Look at a guy like Kyrie, Trey Young, even De'Aaron Fox. When these guys attack the rim, they're reliably finishing with some type of runner, floater, or some type of layup. And I feel like that really wasn't accurately represented in 2K. Now, don't get me wrong, they weren't horrendous or nothing like that, because as y'all know, I've been doing builds without driving dunk for like the past two 2Ks. But once I saw them implement the scoop layup in 2K23, that's when I knew that they were moving in the right direction. And I'm telling y'all right now, bro, in 2K24, small guard finishing is in a really good place, because now you have reliable tools that you can use, and your success is really dependent upon can you pick the right one for the scenario in front of you. And look, if you're not using your layup timing on these shot attempts, bro, I'm telling you right now, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Because if you get good with the timing, bro, you can knock down some really crazy layups and floaters and all that. Just the other day, I was in a My Career game, bro, and I swear to God, I knocked down a 100% contested floater on Hall of Fame difficulty. Now, I didn't really do it on purpose, but just seeing that let me know what's possible. And I know I said small guard finishing, but truthfully, bro, even tall guards can use these floaters and things like that to their advantage too. And y'all already seen that my 6'6" build did not have any drive and dunk on it. And wait till y'all see the 6'7s that I'm working on. All these builds, all these tall guards that I'm making, none of them are gonna have drive and dunk. And there ain't nothing wrong with having drive and dunk on your build, but I just feel like it's not as much of a necessity as it's been in the past. And look, if you truly want to be unguardable and hard to stop out there, you might want to add some float game to your bag. Now, the next thing that I think is vital to being an unstoppable scorer is a solid mid-range game. And if you follow my channel, you know that's something that I've been preaching for years. Now, when it comes to 2K, a lot of players have this mentality where they feel like, okay, if I'm not giving up a three, we'll be alright, we'll be good. And they feel like, okay, well, if I get beat, my man's probably gonna go try to dunk the ball, so my son is gonna be there and have my back. But it's like I told y'all before, bro, this is all I need to see right here, and I know I got a bucket. And this is what makes floaters and mid-range pull-ups so hard to guard, because once you beat your man, he's done for. And most of the time, the help defenders are way too slow to get to you in time to contest your shot. And y'all are seeing it in this game right here. This center's trying to help his guard out, but he's just way too slow to get there. Now, if I was looking to dunk the ball, he might be giving me some problems, but I'm looking for that midi, and there's really nothing he can do about it. And right here, I'm gonna beat my man going baseline again, and y'all can see the center's up under the rim waiting for me to come down there, but I'm not going down there, bro. And I'm telling y'all, when you have that mid-range in your game, you play a lot more freely, bro, because you're less restricted. And on top of that, you become harder to guard because you're less predictable. And the reality is, I don't care how nice of a defender you are, you cannot guard everything. So I'm gonna let you pick your poison, and I'm gonna take whatever you give me. Because one thing I don't believe in is forcing offense. And I know y'all see a lot of these guards come into the rack, and the only thing they want to do is shoot a three. And they'll sit there and they'll left right for the whole shot clock trying to get a three off. And if you box that up, it's like they got nothing else to resort to. And to me, that's just dumb basketball, bro. You're better off having a mixed approach. And I know that three is worth more than two, but two is also worth more than zero. Now, if you ask me what the best rating would be for middies, a lot of people are going to tell you like mid 80s is cool and 85 and all that. And yeah, you could be effective with the 85s, and that's cool, but me personally, bro, most of my builds, I like them to be elite in the mid-range, so I'm not going any lower than a 90. That's gonna give me that gold blinders, gold midi magician, and that gold deadeye. And all them badges right there are extremely important to your success in the mid-range. So if you really want to go crazy in the midi, I'm not saying you can't get it done with less, but based off of my personal experience, you want to have these badges at least on gold. Now, when it comes to my pull-up jump shot recommendation, I'm gonna say Tyler Hero. And I was rocking with Kobe for a minute, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the Kobe pull-up. I still use it from time to time, but I just found that I was way more consistent when I'm using Tyler Hero, and on top of that, I can use it on all my builds regardless of the height. And that's big for somebody like me who has so many different builds, because the jump shot timing is challenging enough as it is. And then when you switching builds, some builds don't get the same bases and things like that, it can throw your rhythm all the way off. And to touch on the floaters, I'd recommend at least an 85 jiving layup. Now again, I'm not saying you can't be successful with anything lower than that. Some of my builds only have an 80 jiving layup and I do just fine with it, but that Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, you can't really beat that. Hall of Fame Giant Slayer paired with at least gold float game, that's gonna make you super tough to guard when attacking the rim. And as far as what layup animations I'm using right now, on my smaller guards like the 6'3s and all that, I'm rocking with Trae Young, and on my taller guards, I'm rocking with LaMelo. So yeah, man, that's just a couple of quick tips. But as always, man, y'all know what it is. I appreciate all the support. If you ain't following me on Twitter, man, be sure to give me a follow over there at BeLikeDom. Let me know what y'all think about the layups in the mid-range game this year in the comments, man. And y'all already know what it is, bro. Stay up, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.